Hello. Welcome to Tom's Garage. Today, I'm actually up pretty early, so I'm probably not my chipper self as I usually am. But today, we're actually at the. You guys, if you've watched my channel, you know exactly where I'm at. I'm at the Tesla Service Center. I'm here for the first time. You know, everything that they've done here has been, the last time I was here, they were doing a trailer hitch. The center console was repaired. This thing wasn't staying open before. So it's been nothing major with the car. I've had the car for a year. I'm going to do a year follow-up soon. But recently, I've been having an issue where I'm getting a compressor disabled error. So there might be a leak. The compressor might be going bad. I'm not sure. And I'm here, and they're going to be taking a look at it. All right, so the service advisor just came out. They're going to be checking out the compressor, seeing what's wrong with it. There's a power steering, there's a recall on the power steering rack or something to do with the power steering. They're also going to be replacing the drive shafts or half shafts for the motor because I complain a little bit of vibration. It's nothing major, but I definitely know it's something that's really common on these cars. And they're going to be replacing the motor mounts, which is also supposed to get rid of that vibration. So they're going to be doing that today. I asked for a rental because, you know, if I have to take my kids somewhere, now that I have the McLaren, like I don't have any other car where I can take my 3 kids and my wife if we need to go somewhere. So I'm going to be leaving this car here, and hopefully they will get that issue resolved. I'll let you know once I get the car back. All right, so my Tesla, I just got an email saying that that they have to order some kind of part. I'm guessing it's for the compressor. I'll put a link and I'll explain that later, but they're gonna have to order that part, so it's gonna take a couple days. I actually have a Tesla P90D that they also rented out to me, so that's good. I'm actually in the Shenandoah Mountains with the wife celebrating an anniversary, and I'm just parking there so I can charge my car because there is no charger anywhere near here. We're in the middle of the mountains, and I don't know where the nearest charger is, but we're going to be here for 2 days, 2 nights, so I'll be able to charge that pretty much to full by the time I leave here. So that's going to be it, just a quick update on what's going on, and hopefully within the next couple days they'll be able to replace that. Like I said, they're also replacing the half shafts and the motor mounts for the vehicle, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll get back to you once I have more information. Shenandoah Mountains. Charging the Tesla. All right, so I am back. I am picking up my car from the Tesla Service Center. If you follow my channel, you've probably seen me a couple times here. I think this is probably, sorry, I just got a text message from Tesla. You know, they realized that I picked the car up. Everything's automated. So I'm actually still, right behind me is the Tesla Service Center. I just received a text message telling me, thank you for picking up your vehicle, and et cetera, et cetera. So they know when the car is being driven, you know, and when the rental's been returned. So it turns out there were several things that were done. This is probably the biggest thing that's happened. I've had the car for a year now, a year and about a month. And this is probably going to be the biggest service, you know, that I've done. While I was there, they replaced a couple things. One of the things that they replaced was the steering rack bolts that had to be replaced under warranty. There was some issue with some of those bolts rusting, I think, prematurely. So they've gone ahead and they're replacing those under warranty. They hadn't told me that until I brought it in, and they sent me a text message letting me know what was going to be done. So the vehicle's back. I'm driving it. Everything seems pretty smooth. When I accelerate now, there's definitely no vibration. Obviously I'm not getting the suspension, disabled, warning message that I was getting before. So what's happening is it was intermittent. I'm not sure if I really described that, but intermittently, the air suspension would be disabled, and I would get a message that would say air suspension disabled. The issue with that is, like, whenever you were riding around without the air suspension disabled, it's kind of riding on the springs, I guess, and you felt like you were riding like Snoop Dogg in a 6'4" Impala, so you were just bouncing around the whole time you were driving in the car. You would go over a bump and you would just feel like you were just bouncing around. So so that's pretty much it. Apparently there was some kind of sensor that was on the front driver's side that was failing, and whenever it would act up, then it would disable the air suspension. So that's been resolved now. They replaced the bolts on the power steering rack. They replaced the half shafts, and they replaced the motor mounts. So those last two things were hopefully for that vibration. It wasn't a major thing, so I'm probably not even gonna feel much of a difference, but like I said, I wanted to get done. If it was under warranty and I could get the updated versions of those parts, then why not? So I'll feel better in the long run having to have had that installed. That being said, a year with this Tesla, the major things I would consider major: the front trunk, the actuator went bad, so you couldn't open it. So that's one thing that happened that I bought it in for. The other thing was this, the disabled air suspension. Though the car was still drivable, it's not something where it left me stranded or I couldn't get around. I waited about 2 weeks, before I could get my appointment to get it done. But I dropped it off Monday, and I picked up the car on Thursday. But it was actually finished on Wednesday. So even though on Monday they had to order the part, it still came in. So everything was resolved in 3 days. They gave me that rental car that you saw in the video. It was a P90D. For some reason, it had more range. It had 270 miles, when I thought that the P90Ds came with 250. So I don't know if they've done a battery swap on it or something, but it was nice having the rental, having another Tesla. So, instead of the Uber, because I have a family, and actually I was happy that I did, because going into the mountains, I probably wouldn't have wanted a smaller car. There were some dirt roads and gravel roads that I had to drive on. So that's going to be it for today. One thing I will say, if you do pick up a pre-owned Tesla, I wouldn't do it out of warranty. I haven't had any major issues, but I have no clue what that kind of thing would cost. It can't be cheap. For this car, the center console was replaced because the little door wasn't staying open. You're supposed to click it and it's supposed to stay open, and it wasn't. From there, like some creaking in the door that I had resolved, and they resolved that. I had a trailer hitch installed, but that was something that was just an optional thing that I purchased. It wasn't a maintenance thing. But other than that, it's been a pretty reliable car. But like I said, right now with that air suspension, if it was out of warranty, who knows what that would have cost. So I would definitely pick a Tesla up pre-owned, but honestly, especially with these early cars, this is the first year for this car, I honestly probably wouldn't pick one up if it were out of warranty. I bought this used, but I got the extended warranty, 4-year, 50,000 miles from the date that I took ownership of it. So that's really, standing by your product, and I've been happy so far with it. So that's gonna be it today for my experience, with the air suspension, and I'll put some pictures of the actual parts and what they actually replaced. And there's no charge at all for any of this. I didn't have to pay a dime for anything. I got the free rental, and they took care of the warranty work. They took care of the recall, and they could have been any nicer. I think my service tech, who I've dealt with the last couple of times, his name is Graham, and he's definitely taken care of me, made sure that, you know, he did his best to get me a rental, because they don't always give rentals. They usually give Uber credits, like $200 Uber credit. But, you know, with a family, I needed to have the SUV. So that's going to be it for today. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe, like, share. And I just want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. You all take care and stay safe.